Listen up, you blundering fools. It's time for the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. Get all the toy talk your evil hearts could desire from these nincompoops. Jason, Corey, Elgin, and Spoody.
Yo, Joe, and welcome to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, where a punk rock band of brothers get together to talk about one of our shared loves, toy collecting. We're here to celebrate how these little colorful pieces of plastic can transform you into a little kid again. If this is your first time listening to or watching us on YouTube, first of all, thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. We know there's a lot out there in the world that can take your attention, and we're just tickled pink that you're giving us a little bit today. Don't look at me like that.
Sorry, I was thinking about tickling.
You're also going to find out soon enough that we're dirty old men and we're not toy experts. We're going to get things wrong. It's a guarantee.
Depends on what kind of toys.
Okay. It's so yes, let's introduce the band, your fellow podcast co-hosts. On lead vocals and rhythm guitar, he's our real American hero. It's Corey Canny. On vocals and lead guitar, the true master of the universe, the quiet one, Elgin Arney.
Yes.
Next up on the bass guitar, he's more than meets the eye. He's our Transformers guy, Spoody. I reckon. Oh, my goodness.
Do you?
And on drums, it's me. I'm Jason. I'm here to talk about my love of Transformers and all things awesome dudes.
Yes.
BBTS. What's that stand for, Corey?
Barbie, tiny, tiny titty sprinkles.
I think he's having a stroke.
Close. It stands for Big Bad Toy Store. And the next time you want to visit BBTS, just use our affiliate link, bbts.cracktasticplastic.com, and it'll take you to the same Big Bad Toy Store you know and love. And doing it that way helps them know that we sent you there. So once again, edit those bookmarks to bbts.cracktasticplastic.com. Join us as we dive headfirst into the fascinating world of gender-bent toys in a society that is breaking down traditional barriers and embracing inclusivity. The playground is no exception. Prepare for an eye-opening exploration as we unravel the intriguing phenomenon of boys gravitating towards traditionally girls' toys and vice versa. You know, that. And Elgin's also going to take us on a tour of a toy store later.
Yeah.
And it's going to be great because when he drives, it's so great to be able to, like, not drive.
Take a nap.
He points out the history of the towns we're driving through and stuff.
Right, he always does it on tour. Oh, man.
Is that why you always fall asleep?
And we'll also hear from you, our listeners.
Yes, you're boring.
That's what I thought.
Not true, not true.
Did you know?
You can follow us on all the social media platforms, including Patreon, and those links can be found on our website, cracktasticplastic.com. And while you're surfing the interwebs, be sure to stop by our other sponsor, toyhacks.com, for all your repro label needs. They have an armory where you can get some toy-accurate 3D printed weaponry and tons of amazing sticker sets for your toys, even Motu.
Yeah, I know. Finally.
We also have a monthly contest that Elgin's going to tell you about.
All right, here's the deal.
Break it down.
Every month,
Take it one time.
we put a picture that we pick.
Yeah.
We put it on our social media outlets.
Yeah.
And then we release it in the wild. And you, the wildlings, must comment on that picture.
Easy, right?
Before you fall asleep.
Oh.
And then we pick
Or
one.
while you're falling asleep.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's probably the best way to comment.
I would recommend doing it under the influence of something.
Yes. And then we pick whatever one we decide by, like, Rochambeau, I think.
And tell them what they win, Elgin.
You can win. Not one. Not two.
Oh, my God.
Not even 3 or 4. But $5 from Toy Hacks. has some sort of coupon.
That's $5.
It sure is. And we will give that to you through the internet.
Yeah, I know. So you're all really excited about this
Yeah.
contest now. So
So do it.
do it.
Please.
Pretty please.
Just-
So we can keep our sponsor. But right now, let's talk about what toys we've picked up lately in a segment we call Thrill of the Hunt.
Listen up, you fools! If anyone knows more about searching for the most unique items in the world, it's me, Cobra Commander. In my reign as Cobra's leader, I have acquired countless items, but those meddling Joes have foiled my attempt at worldwide domination over and over again. But it's the thrill of the hunt that fuels my superb rule of Cobra. Pay attention to my loyal subordinates as they tell you of their latest exploits and acquisitions. It's the thrill of the hunt, Cobra!
All right, Corey Canny with the finger guns. Let's see what you've got lately.
A bunch of stuff. I'm not going to pass it all around, but here's the thing, right?
Okay.
Sure.
I started opening my retro figures from like 2020.
No.
I know, because I was looking at these things on my wall thinking, those are so dumb. I'm just going to open them and give them to the kids and just keep the weapons. And then I was like, wow, these figures are actually kind of good.
Oh.
Like this Destro figure he's awesome. I really like the Destro. I like the Cobra Commander because he's cartoon colors. His gun keeps falling out, but whatever. I'm not gonna pass them all around. They're all sitting up here on the camera for everyone to
Wow.
see. But like, I
What do you like about them?
was kind of surprised. Like, I don't know. I like the sculpts.
Touch that one.
Yeah, here, take Cobra Commander.
That's all I need.
For comparison's sake, here is the only 25th anniversary figure I have. So that'd be from like
So don't break it.
2000. I don't care.
Okay, break it.
But one of the things that's really cool about it is like this is Destro's sniper rifle, all in pieces inside this cool case, and it has a metal hinge on it. Like that's a pretty solid. Like the weapons that can, like, I mean, that was the whole thing. I was going to open it up, give the figures to the kids, and just use the weapons. Yeah. And then I was like, oh wow, these figures are actually like kind of good. Like the Baroness is really good too. Her sculpt is very kind of.
Yeah, the articulation
She's a very
is better than I
dainty,
thought.
like-
Are these taller?
He's
Before-
taller than she is. Destro's the tallest of all of them. Like if you compare,
He
them,
looked
so-
very tall.
Yeah, if
Are
you-
they 4-inch then? Or
I think
Yeah.
he is.
wow, that
like-
scale is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
a
well,
little odd.
he was a tall dude in the
It's a bit-
comics too, so they
Okay.
did that kind of on purpose. But
Cool.
yeah, I
they're
mean,
supposed to make
I was
that.
just like,
Forgot.
wow, these are actually kind of good. And I surprised myself, and I'm not gonna get any more of them. Like I'm gonna
Aw.
get Storm Shadow to complete the Cobra side of it. I'm not gonna get any of the others, but like, yeah, kind of
Fell off.
surprised myself.
So open toys.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
So some Joe stuff.
Dang.
I actually have some Transformer stuff.
I saw
I don't
that
know what
up
this
there.
dude's name is. What's this dude's name?
Howard.
Dead End.
Dead End. Okay, I had the G1. He's little tiny guy with a stupid head. Anyway, these are Wrens, and he's like, I want you to take.
Kid
So
terms.
I don't know who this dude is, and I couldn't figure out how to transform him, so I stopped trying.
Skullgrin.
Yeah, couldn't figure out how to transform him, and Ren's like, I don't remember,
It's a
so
little
I'm not
tank.
gonna do it for you.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like this Dead End dude, like he's super cool, and the transformation is pretty good, and I got nostalgic over him because I had the G1 and it's the same colors and everything, and
Yeah. You get 4 more of those, you can make a big robot.
Cool.
really,
He's a combiner.
he is.
He's a
Four of the
leg.
same ones
Oh, nice.
You could.
with 3 different ones.
I got a few Hot Wheels like this dude.
What?
I know. Well, I got a lot more, but I'm only passing a couple. This one I've been like I didn't think I was gonna find it. I've been looking for this
Yay.
guy for like ages. Like this was like early release from this year, and then all of a sudden my Walmart had it like took a giant dump in their bins, and
Yep.
there's all these new Hot Wheels, and Walmart here did it too. So
Yep.
there's this purple Shelby Mustang thing,
Awesome.
and a couple of Zamax. So Zamax, if you don't know what that is, I'm sure you have
I
no
don't.
idea.
Is it soap?
They're basically like it's a mainline cast, but there's no paint on them. It's just like the decals. They call them tampos. The paint applications. So like that's one that I just picked up. And then for comparison, here's what the Zamac with next to its mainline dude with the paint looks like. So that's the difference. But yeah, those are a Walmart exclusive, and I only have I think I have 3 of them. And they're not worth anything. They're just kind of a cool different
Kind of a naked version with just tampos.
So the bottom one is
the Zamac.
the fancy.
Yeah, it says it on the card.
And then this is just the regular
Pink, yeah.
So they just did it for funsies?
I guess. It's Mattel, and they do exclusives just like everyone else.
One of the ways they do Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Dollar General has exclusives also. It's the same cast, but like a different color, like a yellow or whatever. Yeah,
like a chase version, sort of.
Kind of, but they're not exactly what I would call rare. They just if you want it, you got to go find it at Dollar Tree or Dollar General.
Gotcha.
But I haven't had any trouble finding any of those.
Look at that.
And then.
There's a gun.
Oh yeah, that's Cobra Commander's gun. Fell out again. Fucker. And then these alien eggs. Spooty already showed these, but we all dug them out tonight and played with them and got it set. So if someone else wants to, whatever. But that's.
I wasn't going to.
That's it.
Cool stuff. It's the same as last time.
It's the same as last time. We just have them now. we just all have them.
Yes.
All right, Elgin.
I got kind of a bunch of random stuff here. So this is the G.I. Joe Origins Classified G.I. Joe Classified Series. G.I. Joe Origins. No, Snake Eyes. G.I. Joe Origins Snake Eyes movie. Snake Eyes. There's a lot of words with that. Anyway, this is from the movie of
That's cool.
Snake Eyes, and it's Snake Eyes from the movie Snake Eyes.
So what you're saying
is that Snake Eyes?
I think so, but it's hard to tell because he also comes with this other head sculpt.
Oh, that's from the movie,
which you should never see because it's Snake Eyes, and you should never see his face. But he came with
throw
another
that one
face.
straight in the trash.
So he came with these little knife things, which I did see looking up like Snake Eyes vintage figures. There was an '89 version of Snake Eyes that had those little knives.
Yeah,
on his chest.
Knives across the chest.
Yeah, across the chest. So that's maybe what they're referencing. And then, but he doesn't come with his really cool sword. He just comes with a regular samurai sword, or like a katana. But he doesn't have that one that has like a weird edge, and the the handle's a little better. So
was that in the movie?
No, that's like other ones that in other vintage and other classified ones. He has a different sword, and even that Fortnite one that they came out with, collab. But it's not bad. I could probably paint him some accents on him, like his visor or something, maybe.
Yeah, like the vintage, the 85, I think, version that that head sculpt is based on stuff. That was all gray.
Yeah,
the paint apps on that were all gray and everything. You could do that.
Yeah,
or do it like red.
Anyway, but yeah, that's him.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's not bad for $5 that I bought it for.
Bought a classified figure for.
Yeah, so there's that. I got some Ninja Turtles. This is from the reissue classics line that they have out at Walmart. I got April O'Neil. She comes with a bunch of accessories. Her little camera is also a gun. Like you take that out and that's the gun.
Oh.
Then you put that in there, but it doesn't really stay in there, so I'm not gonna pass it around.
Nope.
It's and then she comes with a little ninja star as well, and then it's not a briefcase. It's actually a computer that opens up, and her microphone. I stuck her microphone in there too, but it's supposed to be like a little laptop computer.
Nice.
And then I stuck her microphone so I wouldn't lose that in there. But yeah, otherwise I never had April O'Neil as a vintage figure, So when I saw that, I was like, well, I got to get
The
April.
same sculpt as the original, or no?
It's close.
Pretty close.
It's all the classics. All these reissues are very close to, which is what's nice about
Packaging and
the
figure.
packet. Yeah, the cards and everything. It's very very close to that, which is kind of why I love getting these things.
Yeah.
And then I got a Mondo Gecko as well. I never had him. I mainly got him because he's skateboarding, and I do a bunch of skateboarding stuff every Thursday,
Yes,
for
you
Thrasher
do.
Thursday. So he did that at one point. Did a little skateboarding on my skate park that I had. But yeah, he's kind of hard to find actually.
Yes.
As so is April O'Neil. There's kind of some of these figures are just either they don't pack enough of them or they're just gone immediately.
right.
So,
They
Right.
probably get short packed.
yeah. And then I got a Kenner Alien, which I was talking about in the last show.
When did you start collecting those?
Yeah. Basically during Halloween Palooza.
Oh, okay.
Because
Aw.
I ended up finding 3 of them all on card, and then I've done videos of all of them. But actually, I think Ethan gave me one that he had that he didn't want anymore. He's like, "You can have it. You can fight a predator." I'm like, "Cool." It was the boar predator, but this is the snake alien.
Wicked.
And his little mouth goes action feature.
Shit.
Oh, nice.
Goes like that, and then it has some translucent plastic in it, and has a wire running through his spine, so you can bend him
Oh, Jesus
and like
Christ.
wrap around and stuff like that.
You're gonna break it.
So, but yeah, he can do that. That's the snake alien from Counter Predators in the mid '90s. It's got some cool colors, that green, translucent, and the gold on there. It's pretty cool.
It's like a Venus flytrap with a head.
Kind of, yeah. It's got his
How do you
tail's
do
got.
the head thing?
Just pull it forward. There's a
There's a-
button on top.
Slidey.
Oh,
Yep,
I
slide
see
it
it.
forward. Yep.
Okay.
There it goes. His mouth comes out, shoots out.
His little fangs pop up.
Yeah,
cool.
everyone I've opened and played with they're like, these are really cool toys.
Right?
like the King Alien that I had with the little
Yeah.
action feature, and then the whatever the other one I had, Mantis, one with the translucent green as well, and
Yeah.
it's just a lot of translucent colors, a lot of action features, and just I don't know, I'm just really digging them lately, and maybe get more. Maybe I'll get maybe I even get the Marines because they made a bunch of those, like
yeah.
Ripley and Hudson and the rest.
Join the fight.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I have this time. No,
Rad.
no Motu today.
Very interesting and cool. Cool stuff there. Well, Spudamus, what have you picked up lately?
A couple things. I got this cool little. This is like the $5 at Walmart Batman little minifig in kind of corner of a building.
That's cool.
Let Corey hold that up before it explodes.
Little baggy.
Yeah.
That's cool. When you pulled his cowl and cape off, I'm like, that's neat shit.
And then I got the Transformers Legacy Evolution Cyberverse Universe Shadow Striker, which is
She's cool.
a little car thing.
That's very purple.
Very purple. And then I got the Transformers Earth Spark Build-A-Figure Grimlock, which Jason had here a little while back.
Are you going to build the figure? Or are you going to get them all and build?
Probably not.
Okay.
I don't really.
Have you watched the show at all
I
yet?
have not.
Spooty, it's so good. Really, it's actually really good.
What's it on?
Earth Spark.
Netflix.
It's on the box.
Netflix. I
Paramount
think.
Plus.
Paramount
I
Plus.
don't have that.
I just
I'll
guessed.
look you up. Yeah, and you got that skull grand.
Wrestling's also, well, yeah, it's Corey's,
Just kidding.
which I don't have, so I
Oh,
don't know how to
shit.
transform them.
I will see if there are any left. He was in a 2-pack with this guy, and it was $20 for the pair of them.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh
I don't
yeah, the
know.
2-packs are out.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Not at our Walmart.
Peek
Yeah.
behind the curtain. We're recording this one way before, a couple weeks before Christmas. So, yeah, those are definitely out now.
Yeah,
Coming
those have been
out.
out for several weeks. Like
Yeah.
Ren got these like a month ago.
Yeah,
So
Corey's Walmart. That's always been awesome.
Oh yeah,
stuff,
the
and
Build-A-Figure Mandroid.
I'll check next time I'm there and see if they have any
Yeah.
more of him.
What are you missing, Jason, from this?
I got them all. I
Did
have
you?
it.
Oh,
My
sweet.
first Build-A-Figure. Stay
Awesome.
tuned. An episode coming soon.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to bring
since
mine.
you have one
I'll
now
have to bring
too. And
mine.
I just talked to Brandon the other day and
Yeah.
trying to get it scheduled so we
Sweet.
can do a Build-A-Figure episode. But
I don't even know what this is supposed to look like.
it's a tank. It's a little tank. He's very
Skull tank.
foot swooped forward. Anyway, I got
Yeah.
things to since it's where I'm at, and this time it's before Christmas, and I was at Dollar General and I found this
Hey.
because I need one for my house. It's a stocking.
Cool.
Yay.
That's neat, right?
Uh-huh. It's got Optimus Prime and Dumblebee.
Nice.
And-
That's what he's using that.
And what's his name? Oh,
You got this.
you
You can
that
do it.
guy.
Frank.
Close. Wheeljack.
Wheeljack. Jesus.
Not Jesus. Wheeljack.
Oh, right. Tis the season.
Kind of is. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
I think
Bumblebee.
it's pronounced Jesus, but
Russell hates Bumblebee also.
I like Russell.
I thought he did the switch. That was good. Pulse had this amazing sale the other day, and it was, you know why it's such a great sale? Because it meant I didn't have to go to Walgreens anymore.
Yay.
Walgreens has been putting out these exclusive figures that are of medical characters, medical, and this is
Or have they?
well, right. A year later, you get 2 waves ago, maybe, but and so this was the latest one to come out, and he is called Medics.
He looks a little floppy.
Yeah,
With a S or-
he's a little bit in the leagues, and his chest doesn't necessarily lock down, but he's from the kid line.
Yeah, it
Called-
definitely doesn't have like the tightest joints.
Is that the Rescue Bot?
Rescue Bots.
Rescue Bots.
Yeah.
Ren watches that show.
Yep, so he's now the second
Rescue.
Rescue Bot character that they've put in the main line.
Cool.
In Legacy. It's pretty awesome. Based on crankcase mold, I think. Yeah, it's all the same. Those little
Which is a really cool mold.
Yep.
Is it medic or medics?
Medix.
Oh, okay.
Medics.
I like the crankcase mold better than the
It's French. It's midi.
skids.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of the same, but not
Kind of the
quite.
same. There's a lot of clear plastic on there, but yeah, I was just moving his little wingy back there, but okay. This next, yeah, I'll do this. So this next one is one that I didn't plan on getting, and I never probably would have. But then, I suppose you call it FOMO. But then you start seeing that a certain figure is becoming kind of hard to get. Is getting snatched up everywhere. You're like, well, I didn't care until you told me I couldn't have it.
Yeah.
And then I've never seen him anywhere until I saw him at GameStop. And it's and why this is an important figure, I left him in his alt mode, is because it's the first time since 1984, I think, that we've had an officially licensed Porsche.
Really?
Yep. And if just looking at the Porsche, you're like, oh, that's Jazz from the cartoon. Jazz was a white Porsche.
This is a Porsche also.
Well,
Is it?
Yeah, it's a 928.
but it's not a licensed Porsche. That's
Oh,
not,
okay. It
the
doesn't-
logo is not
Oh,
on
right.
that
No,
car.
it doesn't say Porsche
Yeah,
on it.
it definitely
okay,
is
I got
not.
you. I got you.
And so with the new movie Rise of the Beast, we got our Porsche, but they called him Mirage, which was an F1 racer, so they don't, that doesn't really
Yeah.
apply, even though they at least gave him a little clip in the movie. So there was a little Easter egg for at least having Mirage in the movie in a scene with him. But yeah, so this guy was, just I wanted to get it just for the history part of just finally getting, a Porsche again. I don't remember which numbers it
944.
is. 94, whatever you said.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's
It's a
actually
Beetle.
he's actually really cool, and it took me fucking an hour to get him into the goddamn car mode, but he was fun. He was really fun, and a lot of people's favorite character from the movie too. But yep. Yeah, so Mirage from Rise of the Beasts,
Cool.
and he just looks cool. Cars are cool, right, Corey?
I like him.
This next thing,
This is a Beetle.
this next
Said
thing,
that to piss Eddie off. Sorry, go ahead.
This next thing is these is a set of 4 toys, and like I've said many times, I don't have a ton of memories from childhood, but fuck, I definitely remember these. Like, it's very clear. As soon as I saw them, I'm like, it just flooded back. I know we definitely had some of these.
I think I still have the green one floating around somewhere.
Yep, and it's a GoBot, and his name is Bubble Man.
Did he come with?
He came with a little thing of.
I was gonna ask before you even said that. I was gonna ask if he came with toothpaste or something.
Nope, that's what he
There
came
he
with, an
is.
actual bubble. But and there are four different colors of Bubble Man. He's pretty hard to transform. Boop. And then you blow in his feet. Anyway, so you'll figure it out. But he came in 4 different colors, and just so much nostalgia. I mean, I don't do GoBots necessarily, just very few, but
Because they're terrible.
because I mean, it would only be for nostalgia reasons, really. Spoonie
Yeah,
collects
right.
GoBots, but
And he knows they're terrible.
because these hit home to me so hard, and I found them all 4 in one bag
Oh, nice.
at one time. It was a
Perfect.
lot easier to definitely pull the trigger on them, and I just love them because they remind me of childhood.
It seems like they do that a lot with GoBots. They just
What was that? Nothing.
I dropped my egg.
Oh,
they just
I laid
kind
an
of
egg.
seem to package them all like in a bunch. And they're like, here, take these.
yeah. And then lastly, for me, just came today. We got the Soundwave Dreadnought crossover. The thing, Thunder Machine. Thank you. And comes with Zarana and Zartan. Comes with a Ravaged Doggy Puppy. Yep, it makes that sound.
You haven't gotten mine yet, you dick.
Ha ha ha. I mean, just today. But I love.
Probably delivered it to the wrong house again.
Yeah. Oh no, that'd be sad.
No, it said it has left the building, and that was like yesterday, I think. So it'll be a few days. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday.
I really love this collaborative series a lot.
Me too.
All the collabs, but the G.I. Joe one is
Yeah.
dreams were made of.
It's a bummer about the next one.
No, it isn't. You don't have
Okay.
it. You haven't
Oh,
played
yeah.
with it. You don't know how awesome it is yet. You don't
I-
know the future.
Plus, it's got the
Yeah.
Sarge.
I know. Well,
I know.
yeah, no, the next one is, so according to all of the sources, it's the Triple T Cup, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's Triple T Cup with
It's the
Sergeant
military.
Slaughter. And I hate the Triple T. I think it's like it's one of the worst vehicles. It's like super dumb. And
But Cups,
So is Cups.
but Cups a sergeant too. He's come
Yeah.
as Sergeant Cup before in some toy
but
lines
like
with that full name.
literally everyone is screaming for, please give us an Optimus Prime. Where the hell is our Optimus Prime? Why can't you give us an Optimus Prime?
Oh, but then
You gave us Megatron. Where's Optimus Prime? You gave us
Have some-
Bumblebee.
So what vehicle would that
have some patience.
Yeah. What,
I don't know.
I mean,
but
when every line starts with Optimus, you're like, why Optimus
they
again?
really stretched their imaginations to make Soundwave out of
That's so cool.
Thunder Machine. So I'm sure they can figure something out.
I think they will. I hope this line keeps going. I love
Yeah.
it so much.
I do too. At least
I
long
wish-
enough to get a fucking Optimus Prime.
I hope the price point comes down a little, but it won't.
It won't. It'll be $100
Yes.
or more. It'll be Optimus Prime, so it'll be 120, 140.
But I hope you hurry up and get yours so that I can play with it.
Yeah, I'll
So
open it.
you'll open theirs.
I'll let you smell it.
These boxes are so cool. They pull apart, and
Yeah.
man, it's
And-
just beautiful.
I like that. I like that they're bent when you get them.
That looks awesome,
Yeah, it's
Spoozy.
got
Cup looks
Sarge
great.
and- who's that?
You just hate the vehicle.
I just hate the Triple T so much. Like this might be the one that I don't get.
But what if this makes you suddenly like the Triple T?
It won't, but
Oh, okay.
but I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to change my mind. So there's that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, it's just.
I think
it's-
that's a
it looks
fitting
like
vehicle for Cup.
Sure.
That's
because it looks like a powered wheelchair.
Kinda.
kinda.
His vehicle mode was terrible.
Yeah,
It was his futuristic truck thing.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
super dumb. It looked like a I don't know, like a soapbox racer.
Yeah.
And the Triple T, it looks like a motorized wheelchair. Or like a big like all-terrain mart cart, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm not excited about it.
So I'll have to open mine so you
Yeah.
can play with that.
There's
And then-
like 20 other characters they could have and vehicles they could have.
There's a
Hey,
at least.
and we'll get them all if we buy them.
I mean, I think
These-
I think
Sure.
an APC would be a good Optimus
They
Prime.
need to
It
do
would.
the full size like Power Glide,
Yeah,
which I can't remember the name of that. plane.
Rattler.
Rattler.
Yeah, they could do that. I mean, I would love to see them do a Starscream, but the engineering that would have to go in to get a Sky Striker to transform and like actually make that work,
You
I
guys
think
are
would
being
be
way too literal.
Like-
These are just surprises. That's
So
what's
they have,
awesome
they have
about it.
masterpiece Starscreams that are almost
yeah.
not quite that size. But
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I'm just waiting for Motu Transformers, but
I know.
I'd be waiting a lot longer than.
Yeah.
You probably get an
I mean,
Optimus
you
before
got
I get
those
the,
rock things,
No, I mean like Skeletor turning into something.
Oh.
right? Like
Because once you see that
not a lot
Digibash, you
like-
can't unsee it.
Yeah.
Skeletor turning into like a compassionate human being.
Mhm.
Or-
I'm not nice.
All right, let's get into our topic today. Okay. What do you? Oh, we are. Okay. Gender bent toys. This topic was brought to us by one of our patrons, Michelle
Michelle, how do you pronounce her last name?
Pizzulo.
Oh, okay.
It's Italian. She's from Italia.
Did she just pick? How far removed is she from Italia?
I'll let you talk to her about it.
Okay. I'm just curious. Like, you got
Give
a
her a
grandpa?
Call her.
I don't have her number.
Not meant
now.
to be insulting, but her name kind of sounds like you're spitting on the ground.
Like
Oh,
a
that's-
lot of Italian names do. Let's
Yeah.
not. Anyway, so
There we go.
yes, let's insult genders,
You do
not.
that before.
Not individual. Yes, we're insulting genders, not people.
Well,
Wait,
It's
is that what you said?
no, I did not say any of that. Nobody here did.
Welcome to the last episode. of
Oh,
We're
man.
getting canceled today.
Well, this is an interesting topic, isn't it?
It is.
I was excited to. Two of us here have children,
True.
Yeah.
so go.
I don't
No,
allow my kids
no.
to play with girls' toys because
Okay,
they're boys.
see,
They don't even have anything pink. That's a lie.
that's a lie. Have you seen your kids gravitate towards girls?
I have seen my kids gravitate towards the toy aisle and anything that like whatever
Yeah.
they see
That's
first is
classic.
what they want.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
the way that it is. Like
But marketing is strong.
Ren
It's,
Ren definitely gravitates towards the toys that are marketed towards boys. I'm not going to say boy toys, but the toys that are marketed towards.
yeah.
Because he likes
towards-
to smash stuff.
Yeah, he likes
Yeah.
things
Right.
that explode, and he likes things that he can break and crash and all that kind of stuff. So he's a huge Transformers fan. But he also the neighbor girl gave Ren and Orn like a Barbie camper thing, and he plays with that all the time. And they both wanted to. When they got that, they both wanted to go to the store and get new Barbies. So it took them
Nice.
to Dollar Tree to get new Barbies. And then I unloaded all my 12-inch G.I. Joes on them so that they could have Barbies and G.I. Joes in there. And yeah, I don't know.
And
they,
learn about the birds and the bees without Dad.
Yeah, I mean that's why I played with Barbies when I was a kid because
Yeah.
they didn't paint underwear on them back then.
Yeah, they were pretty much smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have the big mound of pube like all the Motu toys did.
Yeah, exactly.
They really do.
Yeah, especially Moss Man.
Yeah, Mossman's just all pube.
Yeah. The one I thought first off was My Little Pony,
Yeah. I
especially
think we all-
the group that they call them bronies
yeah.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
of men that collect them. But I mean, I know Ethan's watched the show like when it was on Netflix. Or
I mean, I
whatever.
watched all those when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's
It
like
didn't matter because
yeah,
it was a cartoon, so I was
right.
going to watch it.
Yeah, if it's a cartoon.
Didn't
you
matter
just
whether
watch
it was
it.
good or
Used to watch
feminine
Care
or
Bears.
masculine
Yeah,
or
Care
yeah.
Bears.
That was good.
Yeah, I'd still give the Care Bear stare.
What is happening?
And we even have a Transformer My Little Pony.
I have a My
And
Little
there's
Pony.
a Ghostbusters one too.
That's right. I need
Yep.
to look.
Yeah, the My Little Prime. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The one that comes to mind too is, especially for He-Man, like Mattel specifically made another line because all these little girls were playing with He-Man, and they're like, oh, we can make more money if we just make a specifically girls line,
Yeah.
She-Ra and the Princess of Power, and it had real hair, just like Barbie's. They're like, oh, they're already playing with He-Man and Master of the Universe.
So let's make a worse toy.
Let's make this toy line, and it didn't
and
translate
it tanked.
because the girls wanted to play with the action figures. They wanted,
Yeah, they wanted the muscly dudes.
yeah.
Yeah, I think.
And then
yeah.
the She-Ra is like, there's only one guy. There's Bo,
Yeah.
and then just like Ken, there's only Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just made all these, and they had like clothes for She-Ra that you could, clothes packs and stuff like that, and all this stuff. So, but it didn't translate. Like they didn't accomplish what they were trying to do of like get this whole market to be moved over. It was, Motu was making millions upon millions, and they're like, oh, we need, more. So
Yeah.
let's do this, and it didn't really work out.
That's something that G.I. Joe did really well.
Really
Like-
well. You could be proud of.
Yeah,
their
like I
history.
mean, the first run was Scarlet, and then the next year you had CoverGirl and Lady J, and you had Baroness come along and Jinx, and like there were several female, and even beyond that, like I've read, in the last couple years, like people saying like there was like excited that there's an African American represented, there's an Asian American represented, like, hey, all of a sudden there's this action figure that looks like me, and they used to be all white, other than Lando Calrissian. But like, yeah, G.I. Joe is really good at that, like introducing female characters, and like a lot of kids, a lot of girls I knew growing up played with G.I. Joes.
Cool.
I grew up with. I lived next door when I was about 3 or 4 for a year or two. I lived next door to this kid named Charlie Chapman, and he had all the Barbie stuff, like all of it. He had the Corvette, and he had the big camper, and like just everything, and it was all awesome. And I played with his stuff all the time. And I was 3 or 4 years old, so I didn't really occur to me that these toys weren't for.
Right.
They're not for boys, but. I don't know. It's
Yeah, the vintage Motu had 2 female characters.
yeah.
That's it. Tila and Evelyn.
Well,
That's it.
Transformers history is even darker.
It took way too long.
The 1986 movie has a
Yeah.
very prominent female character in it,
Yeah.
RC, and the toy manufacturers, the creators, are literally on record. There are memos and notes saying, why people asked, why aren't we making an IC or an RC? And they said, because boys' toys is what we're making.
Right.
We don't make things for girls. We make boys' toys. And it's been a whole thing, and it's gotten better, but.
Hasn't like Todd McFarlane said that specifically?
And
too,
then
when he's-
last
Mate.
year, Todd McFarlane was like asked why he doesn't make more not Batman toys, and he literally is saying because girls don't buy toys.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ugh.
So
dude.
to be, I suppose to play devil's advocate on
Yeah.
that. To be fair, like there are way more male toy collectors than there are female toy collectors, and there are way more male toy collectors that grew up in an era where boys' toys versus girl toys. So from a marketing perspective, I can understand why Todd would be like, I know what's going to sell. I know what's going to make
Sure.
me money.
Oh, sure. Business-wise and
Yeah.
marketing, it's a science at this point.
Yeah.
Of the psychology of selling things,
Yeah.
and it's
But getting down to like the younger stuff, like, things that are like, they're not collectibles, they're toys. Like, I mean, they're all toys,
Yeah.
but like the things that are meant to be played with, like you're expecting, like, I'm not going to spend $90 on something and then beat the shit out of it. but I'm going to spend $15 on something and let my kid beat the shit out of it. And I mean, so going down to that, like, I don't know. I don't have cable. Haven't watched a commercial in 10 or 12 years, so I honestly don't know what commercials look like anymore. Do they still market like that?
Sure. Yes, but I think it's better. I mean, a few years ago, I don't know if you saw this story, but Target got under the heat really bad. There was like a picture of one of their end caps, and it said, "Playset, girls playset." And it just went crazy, and Target got some big heat on that, and they did a whole study and like vowed and followed through, and did a really very proactive job on getting that stuff out of there. You know, not basing things on pinks and blues, and their marketing, and so I think it, at least from that moment in time, it's gotten better, for sure.
Sit back to McFarlane. Like, so he doesn't make toys. He makes like collectibles.
Yeah.
And guys buy a lot of female collectibles.
Yeah.
Larry. So that whole boys' toys, girls' toys, I think is just bullshit with anything that he's doing.
When I picked up that Dungeons and Dragons Raycore dragon.
Yep.
On
Dragon?
the dragon.
That was on your top 5?
Yes. Like honorable mention.
Oh, yeah.
Most get it right.
Yeah. Anyway, on the box, when I was looking at the back of the box of the artwork and stuff, they have, this is the image on the back of that box.
Nice. That's a girl kid.
And I was like, she's really enjoying playing with this dragon, and I did too. Like, it's an awesome toy.
Dragon.
Did you get this? I'm sorry, this is a complete and total off it. Did you buy this phone case because it's Skeletor colors?
God damn it, he did, didn't he?
Maybe.
Okay.
It was really, so they don't make, my phone is a Galaxy 6 S6, I think.
That's common.
Yeah, real common.
Nokia 1330.
and they don't make a lot of cases.
Right.
And when I saw that color, I was like,
Hey, it's Skeletor.
I almost thought about finding like some sort of stencil so that his hood, like its outline of it on the back. But yeah, like seeing that on the back, I was like, this is like a toy that came out this year. Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess last year.
Right.
This decade.
Because it's the future.
Came out in 2023. And to have that kind of advertisement on the back, you know, they could have had a young boy there as well playing with it, but they went with that, which I thought was awesome. But
I was talking about this with Jess last night, and she's like, yeah, I don't really... I mean, she gravitated towards girl toys when she was a kid, for the most part, but she also played with a lot of Lego stuff, like all of her, like, Lego Deep Sea, blah, blah, blah. And she and her brother Mark, like, they played with each other's stuff. He had G.I. Joes and stuff like that, and they played with each other's toys all the time. But, like, she brought up a good point, like, that there seems to kind of be this movement now with some parents that are, like, almost forcing kids in a direction so that they're not... like, forcing them away from what they would naturally gravitate towards, like, overbearing parents. Like, if my kid wants to go play with a Barbie doll, like...
Well, I think, like, it's a good thing that there's more focus now on gender-neutral toys and things.
Sure.
But,
like, it could be just as emotionally, psychologically damaging to a kid to steer them away, like to steer your little kid away from the boy toys when that's what he's gravitating towards, just because you're like, no, I don't want you to only be boys' toys. Like, I think there should be a whole lot less emphasis on the toy and a lot more emphasis on involving yourself in your child's life and in the play itself. Because
just having fun. Like if it's something you enjoy, like whatever it is, then that's, I mean, you're playing with a toy. You're using your imagination. You're, creating something in your mind. It's like, what does it matter if it's Barbie versus whatever Predator toy?
Waiting for
I
that.
mean, yeah, like that's that's
Collab.
exactly. I mean, Ren and Oren all the time. Like Barbie and Transformers are beating the shit out of each other, and G.I. Joe is off to the grocery store because Barbie like put her fucking foot down, and because the gender roles are reversed in our house because I sit on my ass and my wife works, and so the kids are like, that's what's normal to them. Like,
Yeah, they're just recreating.
Mom
it through
works,
toys.
Dad's going to the grocery store.
To be fair,
To be fair,
yeah, at work all the time. Barbies make good clubs, like just the way that they're made.
they
Sure.
do.
The ankle, like it's very small.
Yeah,
It's heavy at the top.
yeah,
It's good for swinging.
Good for swinging.
good. Yeah,
So of course they're beating the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched an interesting video about that took like two very young kids, and then they put clothes on them that were the opposite gender, and you couldn't tell because they're young, still. And then they put them in like a daycare setting and watched which had boys' toys and girls' toys, and they had the daycare worker play with them,
yeah.
and the kids didn't really. They just grabbed their toy, but the worker was like, "No, you want this car, and no, you want this doll, right?"
Trying to
Right.
Yeah,
And, it was just
and
like,
that just
and the
like
kid's like, "But I grabbed this,"
But I
Yeah.
want to play with this thing.
and then when they were told, they're like, "Oh, fuck."
yeah,
know.
and that goes straight to the involve yourself in the play. Don't dictate the toys because like the kids, just let them have an imagination. Like just be like letting your kid play with letting your son play with a Barbie isn't gonna turn him gay.
I think it's
Right.
what people are afraid of.
That's a sentence you shouldn't have to say.
Right.
But
Right.
some parents
But
need to hear it.
like the society that we live in and the state that we live in, for Christ's sake, like there is a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like there is especially because like we live in a very rural state. Like we live in a very farm boy type state, and there's still a lot of
Good old boy.
there's still a lot of this is for boys, this is for girls, these are the gender roles, this is how you play, this is what you, and like it's fucking 2023, who cares? Like
4.
oh
He's still writing it on his checks.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Checks.
Is it still good in
I
2024?
have no idea.
Okay.
Oh no, like 2024 we're all screwed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is that an election year?
Yeah.
It's a leap
So
year.
we're screwed,
It's a
yes.
leap year. So yeah, we're gross.
When's the leap year that we skip?
That was 2000. Every 100
Oh,
years.
okay.
Every 100 years you skip a leap year because it's not exactly. Never mind. We'll talk
I do
about it
not
later.
remember
It's
ever
another
hearing
episode.
that.
Yeah,
Huh. You guys are weird.
I know.
You must have played with toys that were for boys or girls.
Maybe
So
Yeah.
every year
dirt. I
is
played with a lot of dirt.
Yeah, we did. We did do that.
is like
Gravel.
6 hours
Okay.
shorter
I
than
thought I was
a
boring.
quarter
I-
of the day off.
Yeah, but then there's also a few seconds on top, or a few minutes on top of that. So
Yeah.
then every 4 years you add the extra day to catch up, and then every 100 years you skip the leap year because.
Elgin.
Sorry, I fell
Yeah,
asleep.
Elgin. Let's hear
put
about
Elgin to
the.
sleep.
So I think we can all agree with what Corey said before that last thing.
Yeah.
Fucking science.
Yeah, boys should
Before-
play with blue toys and girls should play with
That's
pink
not
toys.
what he's. Oh my goodness.
Is that not what I said?
No.
That's what I meant.
all kids should run with scissors.
Sorry, go ahead.
And-
Oh.
So I shouldn't have kids.
No, go ahead, Jay.
No, I was
Sharp
just.
objects.
I was trying to let
Cut
you
them
have your
yourself.
nice moment of the.
No, like
The
yeah,
best-
that's I know I know where you were going with like be involved in the play, don't worry about the toy.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. And now we're going to move on.
Are we?
Unless they're
Yeah.
playing with my Transformers and they can
Get
fuck
away.
off.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a difference between like toys
Yeah.
that are boys and toys that are girls and toys that are spooties.
Yeah.
Yes, we are
don't even let
taking a
Corey
break.
play with those.
Oh my gosh. We're going to tell you all about our podcast network that's called the PFPN, the Prescribed Films Podcast Network. Check it out. It's like, really cool and stuff.
Join You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
And we're back. I can't wait to learn a fun fact this time as we go to Elgin, taking us on a store tour.
All right, today's store I'm going to is called Throwback Toys Chicago. It's not saying it is in Chicago, but the Chicago is also in the name.
Oh.
It's at it's at 1450 North Ashland Avenue in Chicago, Illinois. And you can thank Chicago for the brownie because Bertha Palmer, wife of millionaire hotelier Potter Palmer, cooked up the fudgy squares for the first time at Chicago's Palmer House, just in time for their debut at the 1893 World's Columbian Exposition.
I love her.
But this store, when I was looking through it, I think Corey needs to go there specifically
Why?
because
It was on our list, and we didn't stop there, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it has tons of vintage, carded, and loose G.I. Joe.
Nice.
Boxes of vehicles as well.
Oh, man.
Vintage stuff. But also for you guys too, because there's vintage Transformers
We
box
love that.
and loose, on card, all that good stuff.
Let's go.
And vintage Star Wars for
And then they
those-
just keep the Motu stuff in the dumpster? Or?
yeah. I didn't really see a lot of
But guys, we can't go
Why is that?
because it's in Chicago and you won't
Oh
let us.
yeah, that's right.
Yuck.
Yeah,
You won't let.
but
But doesn't that sound great?
it's located in Wicker Park on the north side of Chicago, but south of Wrigley Field. So if you know where any of those things are,
South side?
north side.
Oh,
North side, but
okay.
south.
Okay.
Yeah, Wrigley.
There's less
not
murders there.
not the White Sox, but the Cubbies.
Yeah.
That's Throwback Toys Chicago at 1450 North Ashland Avenue, Chicago, Illinois.
Awesome.
I was
Let's
hoping
go.
we get like a history about the Great Chicago Fire. or
Chicago
something.
was founded.
Started by Bessie the cow.
Moving on. We're going to hear from you guys via Corey and Talking Toys.
We didn't get a whole lot of traffic on this one. I think people might have been a little bit scared of it.
Yeah.
They didn't want to get canceled.
Well, after
Yeah.
they heard all the shit you guys said.
Mostly me.
Yeah.
I will take 47% responsibility, which is more than a quarter.
That's true.
Julian Wolf said 2 of the kids I played with all the time were girls. It had a lot of influence on the toys I wanted early on. I had a Ken doll. I also had a Care Bear action figure. We also played with Lego a lot, starting with Fabuland. One time I put Ken's puffy 80s sweater on G1 Soundwaves for laughs.
Yes.
That would be pretty funny.
Whoops. Oh, crap.
Now we got to get one of
We
the.
need to get some Barbie clothes and start putting them on like Predator or something.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Sequins and shit. They didn't think that was very funny because they said robots are gross, in quotes.
Oh, come on.
Robots are gross.
No.
Leaking oil everywhere and
hygienic.
rusting. Ken Tomlin, long walks on the beach. Never really played with air quotes girls' toys growing up, nor did I let my sister play with my Joes or Transformers. But I mean, that's just not letting your sister touch your stuff.
Right. It's
Uh,
normal.
I do remember the first and last time that my sister asked me to play with her Care Bears figures. I duct taped 7 of them together to create my version of Voltron, Care Beartron. Yes. Needless to say, she was super pissed. Don't know which made her more mad, me taping them together or me refusing to take them apart.
Awesome.
That's hilarious.
That's
great.
it. That's what we hear from our faithful listeners.
I gotta get some Care Bears.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, thanks for.
I had so this actually is topical, and I just remembered it. Many years ago, there was this girl that I dated.
Lucky.
Before Jess and I got together, and the first time I met her, the first time she saw me was at the coffee house here in Ottumwa, and they had an open mic, and I sat down to play, and I genuinely don't know why I had a My Little Pony in my pocket, but I did. And I put my guitar down, and it was in the way, so I took it out, and
The My Little Pony.
the My Little Pony. I took the My Little Pony out
Clarify.
and put it behind me, and it got a big laugh out of everybody. Like, why does he have a My Little Pony in his pocket?
Fair question.
So then, like,
I think
I ran into her a few days later, and I asked her, like, if she wanted to hang out, and she's like, sure, cool. Thinking in the back of her mind that I have this cool new gay friend. Because of the My Little Pony thing. She just assumed I was gay because I was carrying a My Little Pony around in my pocket. Anyway, that's my story of my
So you don't
experience.
remember
with-
why you had the My Little Pony?
I don't. I mean, this was
I think that was like
18 years ago.
The brony thing, like
Yeah, this was a
became big.
long time ago, like at least 18 years ago, probably. Because Jess and I have been together for like 16 years.
So is that My Little Pony in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Gotcha.
That's an erection.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have one right now.
I knew it. Cool story, brah.
keep your
Well,
nose
hey.
thumping under the table.
Before
I don't know
we,
if I'd have told that.
oh my gosh, let's get going. Before we do go today, just wanted to remind y'all there's this thing called Apple Podcasts. Heard of it?
Yeah.
It's a cool place.
Nope.
What's cool about that place is they let you go there and leave a review of stuff you listen to.
But only if you have an iPhone, right?
No. Or
Oh, okay.
I just need an Apple account.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That
Easy.
sounds hard.
They're free,
Oh.
I think. And yeah, that's one thing that we love that you do. Reviews.
Yeah,
It's
reviews.
cool.
5
And-
stars?
Oh,
Or is that the
only
max? 10 stars.
5.
20.
5 only.
Okay.
You can also tell a friend, but if you also enjoy the show and want to help support us, you can go over to patreon.com/cracktasticplastic. It's a cool place. There's some cool peeps over there. We offer you some perks. You give us a couple bucks, and then we're friends forever.
Yay.
It's neat. But the coolest part is it gets you into a chat with all these yahoos. You get some one-on-one inappropriate discussion daily.
Yeah.
So it's
Anything you want.
But one of the other perks is that we'll read your name on the show, like
Like?
Tony Miller,
Anthony.
Chris Turnip Simmons, Peter Klinsman. Yes, you can pay to have Corey make noises and mock your names. Also, Alex LaForest,
Ooh,
Bill Fisher,
Who's no
and Michelle Pizzulo.
Bill.
Okay. See, and
Bill.
right. Right? How are not more people signed up by now to get that kind
I don't know
of attention?
why.
Michelle Pizzulo.
That's it. Nailed it.
Did we manage to not get canceled? You think?
We'll see if this is it
Michelle.
or
Maybe
not.
we'll get famous for getting
Patchouli.
canceled.
Patchouli?
Oh my gosh. Let's go.
Where?
Let's go toy shopping. Hey,
Yep.
thanks
Later.
everyone for listening. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast. But not so fast, my foul fiends. Don't forget to follow these fools on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And visit cracktasticplastic.com. I'll be back.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's episode of the podcast. And since you're hanging around, I wanted to personally invite you to help support our show on Patreon, where you can get access to episodes early, shout-outs on the show, and be part of our exclusive chat. You can learn more at patreon.com/cracktasticplastic.